Viewers, we have breaking visuals coming in of Prime Minister Modi meeting Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy in Hiroshima. This is the first physical official meeting that the two leaders have had since that fateful February last year when the Russian invasion of Ukraine began. Volodymyr Zelenskyy reached Hiroshima just a short while earlier, and one of his first meetings appears to be with PM Modi. Prime Minister has also met earlier today, just a couple of hours back, Joe Biden, Emmanuel Macron, Rishi Sunak, and now he is meeting Volodymyr Zelenskyy. We have photos also of the two, along with their delegations, sitting across from each other on a table and having what appear to be bilateral discussions. NSA Doval is also a part of this meeting. We'll be running those for you right now. But these are the first visuals of Modi meeting Zelenskyy. PM Modi has been a vocal proponent of re-establishing talks between Ukraine and Russia and resolving this conflict through conversation. And now this meeting between them is happening at the G7 in Japan, where, just like India, the Ukrainian head of state is also one of the leaders who is invited. There before you now are the delegation level talks that are ongoing between PM Modi and his delegation from our side, as well as the Ukrainian delegation led by Volodymyr Zelenskyy. They have met earlier, but that was before the war. That was before Zelenskyy turned into almost a war president, a war leader for his nation. There has been a complete change in how the world views Volodymyr Zelenskyy, and that is apparent in how his appearance has also now taken on a gruffer, more business-like demeanor. PM Modi sitting across from Zelenskyy. India is a country that has maintained good ties with virtually all of the major bloc nations. We have long relations with Russia, going back well into the Soviet Union's days. Good enough relations that PM Modi can sit across from the Russian president and tell him that it is not the era for war. And India has been dealing with Ukraine, another country with which it has long economic and cultural relations and people-to-people relations for many, many years, since it was founded out of the embers of the Soviet Union. And now the two leaders are meeting. They've held multiple conversations over the last year and a half over the phone. You'll all remember how when the war had initially broken out, there were a lot of Indian students, particularly medical students in Ukraine, and India had spoken to both sides and got both sides to agree to a brief ceasefire in order to allow evacuation. And I am confident there are a lot of other countries also that are happy for that having taken place, because they were granted some time to bring their citizens to the safer western areas of Ukraine from the central and eastern areas that were heavily under attack from the Russian side. The war is continuing. Zelenskyy is at the G7 to get more support. He's also got permission from the US now for Ukrainian fighter plane pilots to begin trials of the F-16.